How do you introduce a character? Through a dialogue. Through dialogue. This dialogue is also very important in our stories. Without dialogue, it's not a story. Also, it's a report. So if we use too much narration and not enough dialogue, or not at all dialogue, then we are reporters, we're not storytellers. So dialogue is extremely important in the story. Because characters do talk to each other in our stories. In every story. How can you create a dialogue? Dialogue can be, it can take many different shapes. For example, dialogue between two people. That's one form of a dialogue. Any other forms of a dialogue? I pick the easiest one, of course. Any other forms, you know?
Talking to yourself.
Talking to yourself. Inner dialogue. You know you're not crazy when you talk to yourself, right? Are you crazy when you talk to yourself and answer yourself? Well, I was giving a presentation at Vistage International. It's a presentation for C-level executives. And when I said that, a gentleman comes up and said, "You're crazy when you talk to yourself, then answer yourself, then interrupt yourself." That's a good one. I asked him for permission to use it. So, inner dialogue is important. And when you introduce it, you let the audience into your mind. I was thinking. And then you give it in a form of dialogue. Another form is, what's another form of dialogue? You can basically read something in a form of dialogue. Have you tried that? Inner dialogue. And then I read in a newspaper, and you read it as you read then. It's also a dialogue, but it's your self-dialogue, or inner dialogue. As you read when you saw it first time. Because and then I read in a newspaper that it was such and such. That's a narration. Reading it actually as you did is a dialogue. So introduce dialogue in your stories. And in dialogue, usually, that's where humor comes from dialogues. You laughed when I told you my wife's line. It wasn't a dialogue. So, you find humor in your stories through dialogue. You introduce your characters through dialogue. See how important it is. I'm not spending so much time on it because I have nothing else to say. It's just